Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates National Youth Festival at Hubballi in Karnataka, says Yuva Shakti holds the key to the future of the country. World's longest river cruise MV Ganga Vilas will be flagged off tomorrow by the Prime Minister via video conferencing. Government plans to import 10 lakh tonne tur dal this year to tide over shortfall. Online applications invited by government to open new Jan Aushadhi Kendras in 651 districts across the country. Madhya Pradesh attracts investment proposals of over 15.4 lakh crore rupees at Global Investor Summit, providing nearly 29 lakh job opportunities. And in cricket, India defeats Sri Lanka by 4 wickets in second ODI at Kolkata, sweeping the series 2-0. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called upon Yuva Shakti to be the driving force of India's journey during the Amrit Kaal to transform India into a developed country in the next 25 years. He was speaking after inaugurating the 26th National Youth Festival at Hubballi in North Karnataka today. Saying that the present generation of youngsters are special, the Prime Minister said they have a special mission of making an impact for India on the global scene. He reminded the youngsters of the inspiring message of Swami Vivekananda, who gave a call to be awake and arise for the good of the country.
साल 2023 में राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस का ये दिन बहुत विशेष है। एक और ये ऊर्जा महोत्सव और दूसरी ओर आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। उठो, जागो और लक्ष्य से पहले मत रुको।
The Prime Minister pointed out that a strong foundation is laid for the younger generation when optimism and opportunity come together. The Prime Minister also mentioned about Nari Shakti, as women are playing the combative role and serving as fighter jet pilots.
हमारे देश में हमेशा से नारी शक्ति को और नारी शक्ति ने राष्ट्र शक्ति को बढ़ाने का काम किया है। अब आजादी के इस अमृत काल में हमारी बेटियां आज फाइटर जेट्स उड़ा रही है, सेना में कॉम्बेटिव रोल्स में शामिल हो रही है। साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, स्पेस, स्पोर्ट्स, ऐसे हर क्षेत्र में हमारी बेटियां बुलंदियां छू रही है।
Swami Vivekananda's 160th birth anniversary is being celebrated today as National Youth Day across the country. Various public and private institutions, organizations and voluntary organizations are paying tribute to the heroic monk. In Kolkata, Ramakrishna Math and Mission organized various programs throughout the day at Swamiji's birthplace and ancestral house in Shimla Street of Kolkata. The main function was held at Vivekananda Udyan in Kolkata. In Meghalaya, Union Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Rajiv Chandrasekhar paid floral tribute to the statue of Swami Vivekananda at a function held at Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Cultural Centre, Shillong. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that people of the Global South should no longer be excluded from the fruits of development. The Prime Minister was today addressing the inaugural session of the 2-day Voice of Global South Summit virtually, which is being hosted by India. Mr. Modi expressed confidence that together the Global South can produce new and creative ideas, and these ideas can form the basis of our voice in G20 and other forums. More than 120 countries have been invited for this summit. The theme of the 2-day summit is Unity of Voice, Unity of Purpose.
For our G20 presidency, we have picked the theme of One Earth, One Family, One Future. This is in line with our civilizational ethos. We believe the path to realize oneness is through human-centric development. People of Global South should no longer be excluded from the fruits of development. Together, we must attempt to redesign global political and financial governance.
The Prime Minister said the people of the Global South have the largest stakes in the future, as 3/4 of humanity lives in these countries, and they should also have an equivalent voice. Mr. Modi said India has always shared its development experience with the Global South. In his closing remarks, the Prime Minister said in the 20th century the developed countries were the drivers of the global economy, and today most of these advanced economies are slowing down. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will flag off the world's longest river cruise, MV Ganga Vilas, and will inaugurate 10th city at Varanasi at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow via video conferencing. He will also inaugurate and lay the foundation stones for several other inland waterway projects worth more than 1,000 crore rupees during the event. MV Ganga Vilas will begin its journey from Varanasi tomorrow and travel around 3,200 kilometers in 51 days to reach Dibrugarh in Assam via Bangladesh, sailing across 27 river systems in India and Bangladesh. Our correspondent reports that on the eve of the launch function, a grand curtain-raiser cultural program, Sur Sarita Symphony of Ganga, was organized at Kashi Vishwanath Corridor in Varanasi.
Swiss tourists who will be part of maiden voyage of Ganga Vilas cruise today visited Sarnath in Varanasi and later witnessed the spectacular musical evening at Kashi Vishwanath Corridor. Renowned singer Shankar Mahadevan led the grand concert and folk musicians from Assam, Bihar and Bengal also joined him to pay homage to River Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra. The show also included rendition of Kartavya Ganga, which promises the river goddess that every Indian will take care of her. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, along with his cabinet members and Union Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sarbanand Sonowal and other dignitaries also attended the function. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The News Services Division of All India Radio brings an exclusive interview of Sarbanand Sonowal, Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, on the salient features of Ganga Vilas River Cruise. This interview can be heard on FM Gold channel and in Spotlight program immediately after this bulletin. This interview will also be available on our website, newsonair.gov.in, and on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has said there should be an adequate debate and discussion before passing any law in the central and state legislatures. He was addressing the concluding session of All India Presiding Officers Conference in Jaipur today.
हमारी कोशिश रहती है कि सदनों में जो भी विषय आता है उन विषयों पर लंबी चर्चा हो, संवाद हो, आम आदमी की आवाज जनप्रतिनिधियों के माध्यम से पहुंचे ताकि हर कल्याणकारी योजनाओं की जवाबदेही हो, पारदर्शिता हो, जनता की भागीदारी हो और कार्यपालिका पर नियंत्रण हो। ये हमारे लोकतांत्रिक संस्थाओं की विशेषता रही है।
Addressing the session as the chief guest, Governor of Rajasthan Kalraj Mishra said the meeting of the House should be called on time. Our correspondent reports that 9 resolutions have been passed in the 2-day conference.
A proposal was passed to comprehensively review the rules of procedure and conduct of business of legislative bodies, resolutions related to financial autonomy for state legislatures, national digital grid for legislative bodies, and education for legislative rules and procedures to all sections of the society have also been approved in the conference. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The government has made an advance plan to import about 10 lakh tons tur dal through private trade this year. Talking to reporters in New Delhi today, Consumer Affairs Secretary Rohit Kumar Singh said there may be a shortfall in tur dal production because of weather and wilt disease in Gulbarg area in Karnataka. He said the plan has been made to meet any shortfall through imports. Mr. Singh said in 2021-22 about 7.6 lakh tons of tur was imported. The government has invited online applications for opening of new Jan Aushadhi Kendras in 651 districts across the country. Chemicals and Fertilizers Ministry said the government has had a target to increase the number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras to 10,000 by March next year. Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana was launched with an objective of making quality generic medicines available at affordable prices to all. Under this scheme, more than 9,000 Jan Aushadhi Kendras are functional across the country. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has informed that a total of 15,42,514 crore rupee intentions of investment have come in the Global Investor Summit, which concluded in Indore today. He informed that about 29 lakh people will get employment through proposals, as industrialists have shown the most interest in the energy, agriculture and mining sectors. Ambassadors and consulate generals of 35 countries and delegates of 84 countries were present in this summit. Addressing the closing ceremony, Mr. Chauhan announced the launch of Invest MP portal for the convenience of investors. He said that this portal will start functioning from January the 26th. The 7th Armed Forces Veterans Day will be celebrated on the 14th of this month. The 14th of January is commemorated as Armed Forces Veterans Day as a mark of respect and recognition for the services rendered by Field Marshal K.M. Kariyappa. He was the first Indian Chief of the Indian Army. He retired from service on the 14th of January 1953.
हम सब पे तेरा पहरा सुबह शाम था, लगा वतन को गाना टीका तेरे नाम का। सब खुशियाँ तूने वारी इस देश में, इस मिट्टी पे भी फौजी तेरा एहसान था। तेरे होने से ही हम यहाँ महफूज हैं, तेरे होने से ही जिंदा है ये धड़कन। Beat for veterans, तेरे साथ हैं हम। For veterans, नहीं भूलेंगे हम। Beat for veterans.
In cricket, chasing a target of 216 runs, India registered a comfortable win by 4 wickets in the second ODI against Sri Lanka at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. With this win, India has sealed the 3-match series by winning the first 2 matches. Earlier, in the first ODI, India defeated the visitors by 67 runs. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has said financial assistance of 1.5 lakh rupees was being paid to each family affected by land subsidence in Joshimath. He told the residents of Joshimath that they will get the best compensation from the state government and protecting life and property is the top priority of the government. Disaster Management Secretary Ranjit Sinha informed that safe places are being identified to rehabilitate the disaster-affected people. Over 600 houses at Joshimath in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand have developed huge cracks, affecting the lives of hundreds of families. The town has been declared a land subsidence hit zone by the state government. The Index of Industrial Production IIP rose 7.1% for November 2022, which is the highest in 5 months. According to the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation data released today, IIP logged positive growth after contracting by 4% in the preceding month. IIP grew by 1% in the same period in 2021. Overall industrial production so far from April to November this fiscal has been 5.5%, whereas growth of 17.6% was seen in the corresponding period of the previous year.
The Sensex fell 147 points to settle at 59,958. The Nifty also slipped 38 points to finish at 17,858. At the Forex market, the rupee strengthened marginally by 2 paise to close at 81 rupees and 55 paise against the US dollar. At the multi-commodity exchange, gold futures for February was trading at 55,845 rupees per 10 grams, and oil rose more than 1%. In intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $83.80 per barrel. Rajesh Lake for AIR News.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates National Youth Festival at Hubballi in Karnataka, says Yuva Shakti holds the key to the future of the country. World's longest river cruise MV Ganga Vilas will be flagged off tomorrow by the Prime Minister via video conferencing. Government plans to import 10 lakh tonne tur dal this year to tide over shortfall. Online applications invited by government to open new Jan Aushadhi Kendras in 651 districts across the country. Madhya Pradesh attracts investment proposals of over 15.4 lakh crore rupees at Global Investor Summit, providing nearly 29 lakh job opportunities. And in cricket, India defeats Sri Lanka by 4 wickets in second ODI at Kolkata, sweeping the series 2-0. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.